Hi everybody, Terrified Beekeeper here. It's August, mid-August, closing in on late August. I haven't been able to record much from the bees lately. Long story there. But I'm coming out to, I inspected them yesterday. I liked what I saw. Working with my smoker there. However, it doesn't look like I'm going to get a honey harvest this year. And that's okay. It's disappointing, but it's okay. What I did see were a whole lot of small hive beetles. Now, I'll show you a couple months back, maybe 2 months ago or a month and a half, I noticed I had a problem with them, so I went and bought this little trap here. This little guy. Now, I thought, great, I'm going to take care of these small hive beetles. The problem is, there was nothing. There were no instructions where I bought it, so I just stuck the thing in there. Well, the other night I happened to read you have to put oil in there. So, yeah, that's the problem. So, today what I'm going to do is I brought out some cooking oil, which is olive oil, which is the only kind of cooking oil we have in the house right now. So, hope you bees appreciate the extra virgin nature of your pest control. And you'll see here, when I added this second deep, I had to put in new frames and new foundation, and that one bowed out really badly. So anyway, I put it in there, and they, of course, cemented it to the wall. It was the wall frame, so they cemented it to the wall. So anyway, yesterday when I pulled it out, that came out. Yeah, that's still the cage where they came in. So today, all I'm doing is opening this up. I'm adding more feed to the feeder, which I'm not real happy with. And then I'm going to add the oil to the beetle trap, put that in the bottom frame, I guess, is the best place, because that's where I saw most of them yesterday. And then I'm going to just get out. They are ill-tempered little beasties these days. They did not take well to me yesterday. So that does explain the gloves. They are not happy with me. I will say I've gotten better at smoking these things. They don't like it, but they're not supposed to. Say goodnight, ladies. Okay. Now, the other thing that my bees have done is they have propolis or propolis, whichever you prefer. They have really added a lot of propolis or propolis to this frame, to this hive. So, boy, look at that. Lots and lots of bees on that inner cover. They really need to be shaken back into. I'm going to stop recording for a little bit. Okay, I want to show you guys something. You see this feeder here? It is dry. I filled it up with a gallon of sugar syrup yesterday. You know, I've been going 2-3 weeks between feeds and wondering why I wasn't seeing what I was expecting in terms of growth from this hive. Now I guess I understand it a little better now, don't I? I've lost my daggum hive tool. How do you lose a hive tool? Does anybody see it? Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but I've really ticked off my bees. I couldn't get the doggone things off the top, the outer cover. I had to really bang on them, and they did not care for that. So what I'm going to do is, see, look, more of these small hive beetles. That's what I'm here to kill today. See, more of them. Alright, so what I was saying is these things have really propolis this thing shut. Propolis. You'll hear me say it different ways. You'll hear beekeepers say it different ways. You hear a lot of people say it different ways, and you can see it's no easy task to get this thing moved. Now, it's easier today because I was just out here yesterday. But after 2 or 3 weeks, if I go 2 or 3 weeks between getting out here, and I know I shouldn't, but it's darn near impossible. Okay, here we go. So here's my top deep. And to be completely frank, they're not taken to it the way I was hoping. You can see I had a little trouble not killing bees getting this thing set up yesterday, put back together. So what I'm going to do, man, I tell you, forgot my headband. Very helpful thing for you beekeepers, because this jacket isn't very breathable for obvious reasons. You don't really want a permeable bee jacket. So I'm going to pop open this top deep. I know I'm doing this without a tripod, and I apologize if anybody gets motion sick. I recommend a product called No Queeze. It's a little inside joke my family would get if you're watching this, family. Alright, now I'm going to move this top deep off. Here's my bottom deep. This is where the action really is going on with these guys. Give them a chuff of smoke. I learned an important lesson a few minutes ago when I had this turned off, by the way, and that is that there's a hole in the back of the smoker. Now let's see, where do I need to be so I can see that? Okay, there's a hole in the back of the smoker, and if you start smoking them too much, the flame will come out the back and singe. I don't know if it's in focus or not. Singe my fingers there, and it fairly well hurt. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pour oil everywhere. Now, set about halfway, so maybe a little more. And then it says to put this trap near the center of the brood box. So we're gonna take this and place it right here. Try to lay it down flat. So I'm going to come here and probably irritate my bees a fair bit. Excuse me, everybody. I know y'all are getting directions, but I tell you, I just loosened these things yesterday. They are cemented solid today. You know, it really makes me appreciate exactly how industrious these doggone guys are. Well, girls, pardon. By the way, in case you're curious, that popping noise you just heard is was one of the frames letting go after I had tried to pry them apart, and unfortunately that popping noise does not do a lot for the temperament of these bees. They don't like that. They don't like loud noises. Alright, so like I say, I saw a whole lot of small hive beetles in here yesterday. So I'm going to try to, this is where I saw them, so I'm going to hope that get them off. Now, while I'm in here, I'm going to scrape